Aber jetzt erstmal hier bei uns Mr. Dominic Martin. Hello.
How you doing?
Thanks. It's a pleasure for us that you came to our radio show today, and just let me know some basic things because I'm not really prepared for it.
Okay.
I know that you're doing drum and bass for a couple of years, a lot, and but we never knew. How old are you?
32.
32.
Yes.
So there's quite a lot of time to continue with that job.
I think it's I don't really look at it in terms of the time spent, and I guess I'm still here doing it, and it's been a long time, and it takes me some time to think back, to think that it's been 10 years doing this, and I'm still here, still able to write music and stay hopefully near the front of the pack, which drum and bass moves really quickly, so it's nice to still be mentioned among the top guys.
Are you where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I mean, I'd like to get into something that's creatively a bit slower, that I don't need to be going to clubs to test this, and I prefer to write music that would be allow me more time maybe to evolve an idea rather than just to think about a club. So I think maybe anything like obviously everybody says soundtracks, but anything sort of more or anything that's artistically viable that I could get into, painting or sculpting.
How's that guy called? Bob Rush?
Yeah, but who?
Bob? How is he called?
I don't know.
There's a guy on TV. He's painting, painting for everybody.
Oh, Bob Ross.
Bob Ross, yes.
Oh, okay. I don't watch much of the TV these days, but. Yeah.
So it means that you're gonna produce. You continue producing and you go step back with DJing. Is that your favorite thing, producing?
Yes. I mean, I don't know what way to come across to talk about this without sounding pretentious, but music is a form for me to stay sane. It's something I need to do to retain humanity, I guess. And over the years, it's something that has allowed me to escape life somewhat. So it's something that's really therapeutic for me. But I really love doing it, and I still feel the same about it. Since I was like 12, writing music with old keyboards and cardboard boxes, it's still the same feeling, So I have great love for it, and the DJing thing is wonderful sometimes, but it's a roller coaster ride, and it can really drag on the raw edge of your emotion, So it's a nice experience, but it's a double-edged sword, DJing. Whereas when you're writing music, I tend to just do it for myself, so there's no fear.
Okay, have you seen over these years some changes in DJ business and producing business? Are there some changes that you say, I can't go on with that, I do it my own way, I use the old equipment that I have ever used? Have you seen any changes?
I mean obviously there's, I think drum and bass is a music form that's driven, essentially by, the change in, the likes of the your logics and reasons and all this, and how you arrange stuff. And I think it's a lot easier now than it has been to require a studio. Where back in the day it would have been, you're talking 10 grand for some of the things you can get inside a computer now. So I think that's something that's changed. It's a lot more accessible to write music, and again on the DJ thing there's a lot more formats to play on, which I think sometimes this annoys me, but I still think that vinyl's a pretty good way to DJ, because it just feels natural. But I think there's a lot of changes in terms of the styles as well that have come from these formulations of the technology, and you'll hear like the likes of pendulum using sounds that were introduced primarily on certain formats for computers, so you will hear people being changed by the technology.
So are you open for these technologies? I'm just asking because, as you said, a lot of things went easier by using virtual synthesizers and things like this, and the DJ thing is coming the same way, and that's why I'm asking, because things like Track the DJ Studio or something like this are very popular right now. But are you a DJ using these softwares, or just CDs,
no.
only vinyl?
No, I approach life and as much as music in a sort of simple way, and I don't. I mean, for me, processes they're processes, and it's what's inside of you that's the story. You know, that's what will retain the story for you. Sure, you can take some beats and take some samples, but during the road and the path you travel, you need to have some story and some of yourself to put in there. You know, so it's not, for me, a process is a process, and entirely that's what it is. Whether it be a guitar or drums or a computer or a keyboard.
Are there any actual projects that you were working on?
Yeah, I recently, it was about a year and a half ago, I went and bought a beautiful Ludwig drum kit, and I've started to record drums again, which I used to play in my late teens. So that's one thing I'm doing at the moment, which is just using live drums with my own vocals, which again is something that...
You said own vocals?
Yeah, I mean, I've been singing over my stuff from the start, and I've always tried to hide this for years, but with the Overflow album, this is the first time I've actually sort of tried to seriously formulate the lyrics in a song format within drum and bass, which I'm sort of putting myself up to be shut down, I think, sometimes, but I take the risk. I don't mind. I try and talk from the heart, so hopefully people can see that in the songs.
So you brought some songs for us.
Yes.
Right now you have a record on the turntable.
Yep. This is an example. Well, this is an example of the vocal stuff I've been playing around with, and for me it's really an interesting, because I look on the voice as just another instrument, and to be able to do tunes, and there's a difference in how you feel about it whenever it's your own voice. I don't think you can get much more organic than that. So there's a fear of being judged with it, but it still feels good whenever people appreciate it. So this track, Alone in the Crowd, is off the Overflow album, and it features me on vocals.
So okay, let's listen to it. Just a few minutes.